YouTube salute here to talk about The Last Dance, episode 1 and 2 review. Yes, oh my God, this was a great documentary. So if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. Also, cast your vote for Kofi's Hip Hop Hall of Fame. The link is in the description. All right, so The Last Dance. Why it's called The Last Dance? Because this was the last year that the Bulls was all going to stay together as far as the players, the coach, Phil Jackson, because the general manager, Jerry Cross, felt that, hey, I'm not going to have this no more. It's time to rebuild. So I need to break it down step by step to let you know what's going on. So in the 1997-1998 season, the Bulls just won their 5th championship. Everything's great, going well. They didn't want to bring back Phil Jackson no more. That was a decision that Jerry Cross made. Felt like, you know what? We can do without you. Here's $6 million and you go your merry way. I can bring another coach in. They was already looking at Tim Floyd. So they felt that, you know what? We can still have this going. Michael Jordan already came out and said he would not play for the Bulls organization if Phil Jackson wasn't going to be there at all. Scottie Pippen, he was being underpaid because in 1991 he signed a 7-year, $18 million contract. And at that time, he had to have guaranteed money not only to take care of himself and his family, but to take care of his father, his brother, his mom back home in Arkansas. So all these moving pieces was going on with the Bulls. The timeline, yes, it takes place in 1997, but you actually go back when Jordan was living in Delaware, when he actually went to North Carolina, Chapel Hill. You see the rising star of Jordan his freshman year, helping UNC win the championship, playing for Dean Smith, doing so many great things, being the number 3 pick in the 1984 draft, coming out his junior year. Jordan actually wanted to play and stay for his senior year, but Dean Smith recommended that, hey, if you come out, you can be the top 3 or 4 pick. Jordan, the reason why he wasn't going to be the number 1 pick, and it was nothing against him, Akeem Olajuwon, he was the dream, and everybody knew they needed a center. The reason why Jordan couldn't be the number 2 pick is because they had Portland Trailblazers had Clyde Drexler at that time. So why would you draft another guard that plays the same position, the 2 guard? So that's why they chose Sam Bowie. So Jordan went to the Bulls, and even the Bulls said already, if we had the number 1 pick, we probably would have chose Hakeem Olajuwon also. So it wasn't nothing against Jordan. So Jordan, you see him transforming, making a huge impact in the NBA as a rookie, letting it be known that I came here to not just play, but to dominate. Going right at it to say, I'm the best player on the team. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. But you go back and forth. Then you go to 1997 of Scottie Pippen. He actually ruptured, I think it was his Achilles. He had like an injury in his foot, his ankle. And he could have had that injury taken care of as far as having performance surgery. But he waited till like, no, I'm going to enjoy my summer. I'll do this later. I think that was more of a shot how Scottie Pippen felt about management, how they was treating him, and how they was actually doing everything when it came towards like the season. So he felt like, fuck y'all. And one thing I did notice, I saw that Jordan, him and Pippen, when they knew that it was going to be their last year with the Bulls, and that's how they was going to dismantle the whole team, they started taking shots at Jerry Cross like, fuck you. Like, for real, they was like, berating him like, you know what, we're going to say what we want to say. And they didn't care, like making fun of his height. But at the same time, I'm not going to defend Jerry Cross. I think he felt what I saw. He was jealous of Michael Jordan because he felt that, I understand Michael Jordan is the icon of the city and he's the best player in the world. But he felt I put this team together, and I'm the reason why the Bulls is who they are. And they got their 5 championships at that time in 1996, 1997 season, going into the 1997, 1998 season. So he feels like you should be giving me my props. You should be giving me my props. Where's my props? So I felt that it was jealousy, and he felt that, well, since I put this team together, well, shit, hey, I can make a new team. I can make a new team. It's kind of like the Dame Dash and Jay-Z situation. I made you. That's how Dame Dash somewhat felt about Jay-Z. I made you. I can bring a new Jay-Z in. That's how I was looking at that. I was like, oh, pretty interesting. You see that Scottie Pippen was drafted in 1987 out of the University of Central Arkansas, 5th pick that went to the Seattle Supersonics. But at the time he was traded to the Bulls, they actually drafted Horace Grant because they knew they needed to build a team around Jordan, especially when they came to the 1986 playoffs when the Bulls was put out first round by the Celtics. And the Celtics at the time was the #1 team in the NBA. They was doing their thing. I mean, you had Larry Bird, Dennis Johnson, Kevin McHale, Bill Walton. So, it's hard to stop that. Dennis Johnson, the best defensive player on that team, so it's like, damn, what do we do? What do we do? So they felt like we got to move forward. We got to build around Jordan. But going back to like 97, that season, even when Pippen was out, Jordan was, I know, frustrated because the Bulls was losing games and it was their last dance. He needed all the players to step up. So Jordan's in their face. He's calling them out, saying, you can do better, you can do this, you can do that, which I felt that is true, as a leader, because he felt that Pippen had that role. Like, Pippen's here to do that for me, but Pippen wasn't there. Jordan, he felt that Pippen was being selfish. Phil Jackson didn't feel that Pippen was being selfish. He felt that, no, Pippen is kind of just doing what's best for him. But Jordan said, no, Pippen was being selfish because, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. To me, I feel like, man, fuck that. Pippen knew what's best for him at the end of the day. To me, Jordan just wanted that 6th ring. That's all he knew. He knew that Pippen was the main player besides Jordan. There was 1-2 on that team to lead that team. Jordan admitted, he said, I never had a second best player ever to play with, and he knew how important Pippen was to the Bulls because he said, I would have never won rings without Pippen. And it's true. If Jordan was Batman, Pippen was Robin. If Jordan was Captain America, Pippen was Falcon. So that's how I look at it. Yeah, man, this, like I said, this documentary is great. So many things I never knew. Some things I did know, but some things I didn't know. Like, I was like, wow, I didn't know that Jordan had an injury in his second year. Well, I forgot about that. I know he fractured his hand one time, but I mean his he hurt his ankle. It was a bone he fractured in his foot. And he actually was out for a minute, and then when he came back, they kind of like limited his playing time. Like, it was like 7 minutes a half, and they was actually like being strict. Like, they was blowing the whistle, like, get your ass out the game. And Jordan, he wanted to play the last game of the regular season, and it was against the Indiana Pacers, and he knew that they just took him out like 31 seconds left, but he asked his coach, put me back in, put me back in. His coach was like, no, they told me they will fire me. But Jordan had to sit on the bench, and that's how John Paxson hit the game-winning shot for them to actually go to the playoffs to play the Celtics. I like how you get to hear from Jerry Cross, you get to hear from Jerry Reinsdorf, the Bulls owner, you get to hear from Pippen, you hear from Bill Wellington, you hear from Charles Oakley. They even interviewed Bird, they even interviewed Magic Johnson. So it's different people. You get to hear what was going on, what they're saying about this dynasty, how they felt about Jordan, how they felt about the organization. I mean, Jordan's like put up there with like the Muhammad Ali, the Babe Ruth. You have to put him up there because the things he's done in history, and not just in history. Jordan became a global icon. He actually elevated the NBA beyond everything and what he did. This documentary is great. This is episode 1 and 2. Man, if you got a chance, please check it out on ESPN. I don't know if it's available on Netflix or not, but it's on ESPN. You can probably watch it on the ESPN on demand, ESPN Plus if you have that app. I will be doing episode 3 and 4 review next Sunday, so you will have that. So if you watch the documentary, let me know what you think in the comment section. Post your comments below. Hulk smash Black Panther, the like button, subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. If you'd like to support and donate to the channel, I have Patreon, patreon.com/KofiUniverse, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Stream Apps, everything's in the description. Till next time, peace.